Okay, that's better. If you'd like to just take your chairs for a minute, we've got a number of announcements for this week and a little bit ahead as well. Is everybody all right? Yeah? Good? Okay. Haley's all right, which is always a good sign. All right. Okay, so Tuesday, and please forgive me if I missed something out here. There's a number of things. Tuesday, we have got our youth in the evening. Can I just say, actually, before that, to preempt that, there's no care and share now until December. Is that correct? First Tuesday of December, okay. So no care and share. So ladies have a day off, meet Barb's up for a coffee, which is, I think it happens all the time anyway, so. What? Twice daily. yeah, twice daily, yeah. Okay, and then Tuesday evening we have got youth here at 7 p.m. Okay, so all the youth can gather. If you've got any grandchildren who are youth, I think we've exhausted all the actual children, but any grandchildren, bring them along. Go and see Scott over there and bring the grandchildren along to the youth. Anybody over what age? 11? 11 and above, okay. Then on Wednesday morning, I do apologise for last week, my being not very well, so we are back on for this Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. For Bible study, 10:30 for a start, and then in the evening we've got heart-to-heart prayer. Thursday we've got fire starters, 2 respective groups at the moment. We've got Noel and Haley's, and we've got... Yeah, you got. I was going to say, you just caught me off guard there. Craig and his little star. Okay. Whoa. Okay. I'm just not going there. Okay. Okay, next Sunday we have got a normal service on, okay? Big announcement, church, okay? Actually, well, let's fast forward to the end of the month, the 30th. We're having Cafe Church with a church meal afterwards. If you haven't seen that online, we've already got about 30 booked into that. So we want as many as possible. Bring some family and friends to that, and the meal will be at the end of the Cafe Church. It is sweet and sour, and it's also going to be a veggie option as well. Yeah, something like that, okay. So please book in for that. If you are not on WhatsApp, come and see me, and we will get you sorted out for that. If you're bringing somebody, that's actually fine. Just tick, if you're on WhatsApp, tick the box, and then we will be in touch a bit closer within the week to say, is that happening? Are you bringing somebody with you, and how many? All right, so that we can cater for them. Normally we do the shopping a bit Thursday, don't we, beforehand, somewhere about that. Okay, church, last week we stated that after the prayer and fast we were going to be, I was going to be speaking to the leadership.
Just this like government watchman on Monday.
This Monday? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Brilliant, mate, okay. Watchman tomorrow for men, okay. Where's that going to be?
I'll be here at 7.
Downstairs at 7. Brilliant. Okay, big announcement, church. Last week I said that we had a meeting this Friday. We were going to be chatting over the prayer and fast as part of that. It was actually quite a mammoth meeting. So we've decided we're going to announce it now, partly what was decided at that meeting. There are some things still to come. But from the first Sunday in January, all right, I hope this is good news for you, but we are going to be changing to a morning service. All right. Now, I cannot guarantee that we're going to keep any evening services yet. There may be a chance we will keep something there, but that's still up for discussion within the leadership. What we are planning on doing is we're doing some not just changes to the evening to morning, which has to happen. It really does, for all sorts of reasons. Least of all, I think we just the chat there, least of all, we reckon there's at least 10 people who would like to be here, but they can't make the evenings. I mean, that's quite a significant number that we want to tap into, and that's some families as well. So that's one of the reasons. There's other reasons as well, such as we really need to engage with the community more. Evenings are difficult for families, and if we're going to reach more families, then we need to change ourselves. It's quite interesting tonight because tonight's message is absolutely no intention. It's not intentionally meant to be like this, but the title is something like a faith which is not comfortable. So you turn around to your neighbour and say, by the way, it's not going to be comfortable in here for a bit. And we have to do that. We really feel as though it's the right thing to do in this next season. And we also believe that that's going to be in preparation for our next move of God and what God wants us to do after that. But we need to take step by step in order to be able to do that. More to come. All right, so if you've got any questions about that, then that's fine. Team leaders, you can now have a chat with your teams. Okay, go for it. All right, and then you can share information or get back to me. Okay, so we are looking forward to that. Craig, is there anything I missed there? Okay, we are going to be looking at sermon structure as well. I mean, that might seem like really something we'll see on about here. One of the things that we are considering, you might have seen on WhatsApp, is to start up a new group, all right, which is heavily leaning on teaching. So, for example, we'll look at things like maybe a study on the Ark of the Covenant, or we're going to call it verse by verse if we decide to do it. So this will actually balance up the changes that we're going to make on a Sunday morning at this time, okay? And so that will be probably an evening, but on the other side of your house groups. So the opposite week we would have that, but once a fortnight. And the idea behind that is we would maybe look at some books. If you remember, for example, the Romans study we did, which was quite in-depth. I mean, that was mega in-depth. And the preparation that took for Craig and I, and Matt as well, to do that was quite phenomenal. It's, you know, when you go that deep. So we want to maybe do something a bit different, okay? Because we are going to be leaning towards reaching the unchurched. We're going to be reaching, you know, the people who are not Christians. We're going to be reaching families. So we have to change in order to facilitate that. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm going to leave that with you. It's kind of, we can spend all night here answering questions. So come back to me and talk to me, okay? I can tell you that the time set for that is as it is at the moment for the Cafe Church, which will be 11 o'clock in the morning. All ministry stuff will transfer to the morning as well, children, youth, and so forth. And we're going to be looking at also a prayer group as well as part of that, which I've been preparing for some time, but it just hasn't quite materialized fully yet. Okay, is there any immediate questions without getting into a whole AGM about this that anybody needs to just clarify? When exactly is the tomorrow's service? It will start on the first Sunday of January. And that's another reason as well, is the dark nights as well, okay? This has come up a couple of years in a row about the dark evenings and how it gets, I say, by the way, we're expecting some snow, apparently. So we need to watch out for that. We've obviously got some salt for the roads and things, but just be aware of that. In January, following on from that, we are going to be setting the whole month to a visionary month, where I want to be preaching and teaching through at least 3 scriptures that God gave me personally through the prayer and fast. So God did speak to me, which was good. It does work, prayer. Did somebody know that prayer works? Yeah. So God really, I was praying quite in earnest, right where Chris was sitting there, and God gave me 3 scriptures that I think we need to adhere to, okay? So I know this is going to be a bit of a change for the whole church, not just some of us, but I hope and pray that you will prayerfully consider what has just been said, all right? Because we want you with us, all right? We want to go together in this, and I know that may mean some family changes. That actually means a big change for me as well, by the way. Did you know that when I go home or on a Sunday morning, I often sit down and I write sermon stuff, and sometimes in the afternoon, and what happens is normally after a Sunday morning service, I go for a sleep. So I'm actually losing some time out as well, okay? And that's just being honest truth. I do still do preparation on a Sunday, but usually you're flagging by about 2 o'clock all right, after having given out in the morning. So, this is a big change for all of us, but it must be done. It's necessary if we're going to reach people beyond these four walls. And this is just the beginnings, okay? Is everyone all right? Yeah? Everyone all right? Good. All right. So we'll look at that a little bit closer to the time. Any other announcements? Not from me at the moment. Is there any other announcements beyond that, apart from Haley? Apart from Haley. Give Mrs. Glanville a round of applause as she comes to the Can I just say, oh, by the way, we've also got the carol service coming up, and Justin and Emma and family are coming back again. I can't remember the date offhand, but it's the teens, I believe. It's when? December the 14th. Can I say, please don't go on holiday on that evening. It is an amazing evening, okay? You guys, I'm telling you guys are in for a treat over here because you haven't heard it. If you haven't been here for the carol service, be here. It is brilliant. There's a Christmas jumper competition. There's going to be the tree lights. There's going to be cakes. There's going to be mince pies, as there always is. And listen, we should be outnumbering the choir. Yes? We should be outnumbering the choir. Every year I ask the same question. Sorry, Haley. Just admire her, okay? All right. Listen, every year I ask the same question, okay? Will you come back next year because you do an amazing job? And they always say, this is our favorite church. Okay, every year without fail, 3 years in a row. So church, we need to outnumber the choir. Bring your friends, bring your family. There will literally be a 10-minute short word after the break, but it is a brilliant, brilliant night. You're going to love it, okay? Right, okay, I think that's about it. Go, Haley.
Hello. What time of year is it coming up to soon?
Christmas.
Yeah, it's going to be very soon, isn't it? Before we blink, probably. So last year we did the very first pop-up nativity. Can anybody remember what it was called? There was lots of this in it, wasn't there? Yeah, it was called The Greatest Journey. I'm gonna catch a big one. Can you remember? I'm not scared. Remember? Right, okay. It's different this time. That's fine. Right, this year is called The Shiny, Bright, Sparkling Light. Okay, so hence the star. And what I'd like this year, please, from the congregation, are you all to either dress up as stars or a nativity character. And I've also got a special request. If you could go away and think about it and get back to me. With this particular pop-up nativity, I could really do with 2 main characters. Okay, there's 2 main characters in it that have speaking parts. Now, this doesn't have to be just to the children's team. It could be, but it can be to any adult or any youth person, okay, who would like to have a speaking part. So if that's you, could you please come and speak to me? And I also have 3 other smaller speaking roles. Again, open to any adult or any youth, okay? So if that's you, please come and speak to me. And what you would be committing to is I need to do at least, I would say 2 script rehearsals where I'd probably need you for an hour, 2 separate times to run through it so that when we actually do it on the morning, it will run smoothly and everybody can enjoy it. So I've chosen this one because this one was what was on my heart really, but I really do need you. Last year I was really encouraged by how people got on board and people dressed up and joined in with the actions, and each week between now and when we go live with this, I hope to have a little bit of something each week to hopefully get your taste buds going and your joy increasing for preparation for this, okay? So the shiny, bright, sparkling light.
If you were here last year, which I think probably most people were, it was literally the best Christmas event okay, I've ever been to. It was just awesome. The whole church was up and walking around. I might dig out a bit of video, so I've still got it on my iPad, okay? But it was absolutely incredible, okay? So we're looking forward to that this year. Last year I wasn't too well, so I want to be involved this year. All right, so let's involve ourselves and let's bring people as well, okay?